Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we are looking at Avengers 681. This is part 7 of the way too long Avengers No Surrender storyline. And this issue is written by Al Ewing, Jim Zub, and Mark Waid. Art by Kim Jacinto with Mike Perkins. David Curell, color artist. VC's Corey Petit, letterer. Cover by Mark Brooks. Now we start out with a lot of narration by Captain Glory. He's a member of the Lethal Legion, and they were assembled by the Grandmaster, and the Black Order is being used by the Challenger to compete with the Grandmaster, and they are hunting these little pyramid MacGuffin things, and the Avengers are running interference because they have no idea what's going on. But this issue changes that. Both teams, the one in New Mexico and the one in Peru, both learn that the Grandmaster is behind this, and there is a Challenger. They learn through different means. Scarlet Witch overhears one of them talking, and the other one is mentally communicating with Synapse. This was actually a very good issue. It's a very action-packed issue, which I liked. And there is a lot of talking. I don't know why everything is so wordy these days. But we do learn Valerie Vector's origin story and some of her supposed involvement in founding the Avengers because they needed that. And there's a lot of shenanigans going on. There's so many characters, it's really difficult to explain every single one because they all take place within the span of a few panels. But the Lethal Legion does end up getting the Triforce, the Pyramid. Well, they're about to when the cavalry shows up, and that's Hawkeye and Red Wolf. So they didn't score, but it's looking like the Avengers might be in some trouble, although they do know now that it is a contest and that the planet Earth will be thrown in the cosmic dustbin, as they say, when the game is over. So they have to protect this thing at every possible second. And at the end, of course, we have the final page is about the secret competitor, and it's definitely confirmed who it is now. I'm not going to ruin that for you if you haven't been reading. So yeah, this was actually a really good issue. I was blown away that it was above mediocre, but it was actually a fun book. I had a lot of fun reading this one. It was easily, hands down, the best issue of the series so far. I still think this series should have been condensed down to 6, maybe at most 12 parts. You could easily take about half the dialogue out of any of the issues so far and just throw it in the trash and it won't matter. And that's especially true with the first 6 parts. You could probably just rip half the book out, seriously, and just cut different panels out and it wouldn't make a bit of difference. But this issue is actually pretty well done, although there is an exceptional amount of talking. Still, it was a much better issue. So this was definitely a recommend. I think it brings you up to speed a lot better than other issues, and mostly done through Captain Glory's dialogue and perspective. And they do have the roster at the beginning, so you do know the names of people and what team they're on, because this is a really convoluted kind of mess. But yeah, this was actually a really solid issue. So I'm hoping the rest of the series will be at least this good. If you're going to read Avengers No Surrender, just jump in on part 7, because you really get a pretty good idea what's going on. There'll be some nuanced stuff that, it's pretty irrelevant, honestly. I'm sure they'll repeat it 4 or 5 times like they have been. So I'm going to recommend this one and say that this was actually a pretty good read, and it actually filled me in quite nicely. A lot of the nonsense is kind of taken out, but still way too wordy. Overall, pretty cool. Captain Glory seems like an interesting character. I'd like to see more of him. Art it's okay. I don't particularly like it. I know there are a lot of people that do, but I don't think it's prime time. The scenes with Valerie, her flashback, those were actually pretty well done. But overall, I think the art is a little, the guy can't draw faces. Stupid anime face. It's anime faces all the time with these books. I hate that. Anyway, that rant aside, that'll do it for this episode. As always, thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel, and we hope to see you on the next one.